Well, hello and welcome back to the Tao Manifesting Tarot. This is the tarot reading for serious tarot readers. Actually, serious people, period. I've done tarot for over 20 years. In that time, I have found that tarot does not predict much of anything. Once in a while, you get lucky, but for the most part, it doesn't. It comes up short. What it does do, however, what the tarot real strength is gives you a chance to reach your potential. Life moves like some sort of a cosmic river. And all of us get in the river at different times. Subsequently, our life experiences are different. Subsequently, we, in some measurable way, are different. And we're all kind of moving in this flow. And what the tarot does is gives you a chance to help you match the frequency in the river, wherever you happen to be, and it's different for everybody. It really allows you to tap into your God-given potential. We're not all the same. We're not all meant to be rich. We're not all meant to be good-looking. We're not all meant to be anything. We're a mix. We're a porridge, a stew. That's where the real benefit is. And so within that instance, what the tarot does is say, okay, here you are in the current of this cosmic river. If you connect with the frequency of the reading, that is your time to make adjustments, to change your course within this cosmic river. If you don't match the frequency, it means it's not time. And you can't force it. You can't make it happen. It's like friendship. It's like love. Either it is or it isn't, period. So that's the way I approach tarot. I also have done astrology, numerology for over 50 years each. Those two ideas are predictive. Not so much in specifics, but in terms of taking a look at that cosmic river. Those two things work with cycles. If you happen to know the cycle that you're in, you can at least understand the energy that you find yourself in. Again, the specific events, that's tougher. You get Uranus, Neptune, Pluto, they're the ones that are the big movers. They're the ones that really make the big changes. Saturn, Jupiter give you a chance to kind of refine that a little bit in terms of times. But then you get Mars, Venus, Mercury, the Moon. They help you get exact. The problem is that stuff gets so complicated that it's really almost impossible to meld it all together and come up with a specific prediction. Once in a while, but generally speaking, what you can do is figure out from the far planets kind of where you are in the current. Jupiter, Saturn kind of locates it for you a little more tightly, and then the other planets, Mars, Venus, Mercury, and the Moon, they help you really kind of tighten it in. Putting all that together gets, as I said, almost impossible. I've never really seen a really solid astrologer. We can get into the cycles, and that's invaluable, because it kind of gives a sense of direction, of meaning to everything else going on. And then the test is, okay, be ready for what is happening within this area of frequency. For example, the planet Pluto, which is, as far as we know, the farthest away, although there's been some talk there's another one out there, but they can't seem to find it. Nevertheless, let's stick with Pluto. It is the planet of evolution. And we're talking massive change, right? Pluto takes about 250 years to go around the solar system. And if you pair the two farthest planets, Neptune and Pluto, they get together about every 500 years. And so just knowing that, maybe throwing in the 84-year Uranus cycle, gives you a really good feeling for what is and what isn't. For example, Pluto was in the same spot it is right now, essentially, give or take a degree, July 4th, 1776, when we declared our revolution. Oh, by the way, Uranus was in Gemini, just like it's going to be within another month or 2 or 3. So you have the energy of the American Revolution with Uranus and Pluto, and Uranus and Pluto are essentially in the same place they were 250 years ago. Wow, that's important to know. That sets the stage. And having that information is extremely helpful. You may not know the specific events, but as long as you kind of know the theme, you can kind of work your way through things much better. It's when it catches you cold and you go, where the hell did that come from? Creates a whole problem. So that's the value of astrology and numerology. They do the cycle stuff. And it is the tarot then that says, okay, we know what the theme is. Now let's see where you fit in it. And so if you get to the point in a reading where you resonate with the reading, you're on the same frequency, that is a green light. Don't hesitate. Don't think about it. Just go. I know you may not have all the answers. I know it may be frightening. I know this, that, and the other thing. Doesn't make any difference. Life is a gamble. The minute you get your ass out of bed, you're taking chances. Anything can happen, but you go through anyway. That's the point. When the frequency matches, that's your sign. You go for it. And because of the other information that I give you about the planet cycle, I don't want to get into the heavy astrology. That just confuses people. But when you get into the cyclical parts, you understand what's going on stage, so to speak. You know what part to play. Now, when it comes to any kind of a reading, it could be numerology, astrology, or tarot, the fact is most people are not going to resonate that closely with it. That's the way it works. And with tarot, if you have 10 people in a room listening, you probably get 1, maybe 2. And the rest won't resonate. That's okay. I do a brand new read every day, 365. I'll be here tomorrow, next week, next month. Doesn't make any difference. You just tune in every day, check it out, see what you can gain from the reading. And come the time that the frequency and you match up, now you got your marching orders. Now you got some direction. Now you have to go on faith. And just play your cards out. Play the hand out. See what you get. Because that's what life is, right? Okay. So that being the case, that's how we approach this thing. I keep it very simple, very direct. You don't need to see me. I'm an old man. I'm not that attractive. You don't need the distraction. You don't need things moving on the screen. With these AI days, artificial intelligence days, I've been noticing on the internet all kinds of fake commercials, fake voices that sound real but are not. Man, that is just stirring the pot. We don't know what the hell is real and not real now. Now we're going to add in AI images and voices. We're screwed. We're not going to have any idea, not a clue, as to what is real or not real. It doesn't lend itself to a lot of confidence, at least not for me anyway. But I'm an old guy, so I don't really count. So what I do here is say, okay, basic, simple, 4 tarot cards, 1 card that is a card that kind of helps with the overall understanding of the reading, and we get to it. You can close your eyes, you can meditate, you can listen, you can go get a cup of coffee, make a sandwich, whatever. You can listen, and just in listening, you create images in your mind, and those images are the stepping stones to manifesting. So let's get to it. So let's go to the center card, the Oracle card. It says today, imagine. That's the whole point of this. Imagine. Get those creative juices flowing. I know. You're used to your smartphone or your computer telling you what to do. And artificial intelligence, that's what the whole point is. Because we give up complete authority, complete responsibility. I don't know. I'm just a useless piece of crap. Tell me what to do. And then we bitch about it. This is your chance. Even if this resonates or not with you, this is your chance to review in your mind what the purpose of manifesting is and to help improve your skills. So we're talking here about imagining. And the number on the card is 20, 20. 2 is a decision. 0 for me is always kind of a divine protection or direction. So you are being directed to make a decision. And the decision is to manifest or not. Are you going to take control of your life? Are you going to take responsibility for your life? Two very scary prospects for human beings, because we want to be told. We don't want to have to think. Oh, God. But that's what you're being asked to do. The meme for today says, if you don't intentionally create your future, your mind is going to recreate whatever it got used to seeing in the past. However you've been programmed, you have to consciously decide to make the pictures in your head. What do you want? It doesn't have to be grandiose, but it has to come from you. Because it's your spirit talking to you. And no matter how it turns out, it's going to be picture perfect. All you have to do is imagine it. We do it all the time, but it's negative. We usually manifest negatively. Geez, I don't want this to happen. I don't want to meet this person. I don't want to. And guess what happens? Yeah. Well, you're manifesting, but negatively. So you have the ability, you have the capability. Don't look down, look up. Picture perfect. Okay? Because if you don't intentionally create your future, your mind's going to go back to the past and say, here's more of the same. Hard to accept that we kind of are programmed to be mediocre, and we stay that way. But that's the way it is. I'm as guilty as anybody. So let's go all the way to the left. Let's take a look at the cards. Ace of Wands. Wands is positivity, excitement, enthusiasm, joy, gratitude. Michael J. Fox, you know the guy, Back to the Future. He was recently interviewed and said something that was absolutely brilliant. If you have gratitude, optimism is always possible. If you have gratitude, optimism is always possible. And from him, that means something. Because if you have seen any of his recent footage, TV, film, whatever, man, the guy's hard to watch. He's bouncing all over the place. He can't help himself. That's, what is it, Parkinson's, I think, something like that. But for him to go through what he's gone through for decades already, if you have gratitude, optimism is possible. That is monumental. And that's what the Ace of Wands is all about. Having gratitude is the key to being optimistic. And that will positively help you make picture perfect in your life. Not that it's not going to be without difficulties or problems. Life is a 4-letter word. No. But you are participating in your life. You're not just a visitor to it. And the next card over is really fascinating. It's the World card, and it's in reverse. You are contemplating changing your life, some aspect of your life. But at this point, you're not sure what the hell that is. And frankly, you really shouldn't make up your mind until we get probably to the end of April, because we got a Mercury retrograde, a Venus retrograde. We just came out of an eclipse. I mean... And all of the major planets are going to be changing, moving into new signs in the next 6 months or so. So you can feel the tension of change. You just don't see it yet. And so because of that, the World card is in reverse. You want the gratitude, you want the optimism of the Ace of Wands, but you just... World card says you still haven't figured it out. It's okay. Next card we have is the Ten of Pentacles. Pentacles, of course, are things that we value, not just money and cars and that kind of crap. But how about friendship, joy, happiness, peace? How about your time? You never get that back. I don't give a damn how rich you are. Jeff Bezos cannot buy one more moment of life. When his time's up, his time's up. Goodbye. Same thing with Elon Musk. Same thing with all the billionaires. That's got to piss them off too. Because billionaires are not used to being told no, and yet nature says, nope. And there's not a damn thing they can do about it. Not a damn thing they can do about it. They know that. I think that's one of the reasons why they're pushing all of this cyborg stuff and AI stuff. I think they think in their twisted minds that they can take their intelligence, their awareness, put it into a computer, and they can live forever. Boy, are they in for a surprise. But that's what it's all about for the Ten of Pentacles. It's your legacy. It's not just money. It's what part of you will people remember? Will people be attached to? Geez, I miss them. Because that's really the legacy that we all leave. How do we make the world just a little bit, tiny bit better? Smile back at somebody even when you don't feel it. Listen to somebody when you don't give a damn. Put your arm around somebody to encourage them when you need encouragement yourself. Final card is the Ten of Cups. Again, cups are things that we're connected to. Don't have to be people, can be ideas, can be memories. And the Ten of Cups talks about happiness, blessings, contentment. That's the whole idea of you're imagining something better. A feeling connected to your life, not detached, not just some damn number, algorithm, whatever. If that's all there is, if that's where you're at in your mind, you're screwed. No point in carrying on. They got you down to a number, algorithm. You don't, who cares? And yet, while we feel the pressure of that, you have to imagine better. And as Michael J. Fox said, as long as you have gratitude, optimism is possible. Wow. The problem is you have to intentionally create your future and don't give up. Sometimes it takes a little bit. Sometimes it takes a long time. Doesn't make any difference. With gratitude, optimism is possible. Picture perfect. That's what you imagine. That's the reading for today. Back again tomorrow with another Manifested Tarot reading. Hope you're here with me. Always makes it better. Between now and the time we do get together, peace and blessings.